Hey guys, before I begin on this video, I just want to mention one thing. Actually, I lied. There's one other thing. First off, if you're wondering about the Santa Claus paper, wrapping paper, I thought I would do something a little tiny bit special for this video because I'm filming this video and it's Christmas 2016, so I thought I'd do something a little bit special. And Merry Christmas, by the way. Now, before I carry on with this video and what I'm going to be talking about, I want to mention one thing. What I will be talking about in this video, as of this video, is currently nothing more than just a rumor. Now, the reason why I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on this rumor is because I think it's actually a very, very interesting topic. And I think it could really be a very, or what I'm trying to say is I think it could open a lot of doors in terms of jerseys. So I thought it would be interesting to share, even if this rumor ends up being totally false. Now, the reason why I want to mention this off the hop before I begin is because I don't want to get people's hopes up over something that may just be a whole load of baloney, just a bunch of false information. And out of respect for you guys, I just want to make sure you know that before I begin. Now, anyways, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is a rumor that supposedly the National Hockey League is rumored to be considering allowing NHL teams to have not one, but two alternate uniforms once Adidas takes over the NHL's jersey contract. Now, supposedly, according to some rumors, the NHL may be doing what they did in the 2007-2008 season, where they started off without having a third jersey when they switched to Reebok. So supposedly, that's going to happen again when they switch to Adidas next season, where the teams will not have any alternate uniforms except for outdoor games, of course, like what happened in the 07-08 season. Now, after that, though, it sounds like the NHL may allow teams to have two alternate uniforms, similar to what the Anaheim Mighty Ducks of the late 1990s did when they had a white and a green alternate uniform at the same time, alongside their home and away jerseys. Now, before I talk about this any further, I want to kind of talk about what we're already seeing right now with Reebok. Now, it's the 2016-17 season as of this video, and in recent years, quite a few NHL teams have actually had as many as 4, even 5 jerseys during a season. And where the NHL currently only has a home, away, and a third jersey, there are already circumstances where teams have been using a 4th jersey already. Now, some examples include the Vancouver Canucks in recent years, with their Millionaires throwback and last season their 1994 throwback on top of their main 3 jerseys. Another example, the Toronto Maple Leafs when they wore their Winter Classic jersey on top of their 3 jerseys. The Calgary Flames in recent years when they had their Cowboy shirt 3rd jersey, which has now been retired. The San Jose Sharks last season with their 25th anniversary throwback, which I wish they would have been wearing at least a few times this season as well, but they didn't. Also, on top of that, not just with throwback uniforms, also the Anaheim Ducks did that a few years back with their Anaheim Mighty Ducks throwback. But what also has happened is a 4th jersey has been worn when a team has been in an outdoor game like a Winter Classic or even a Stadium Series, like when the Islanders and Rangers both had Stadium Series jerseys in the 2013-14 season that they wore after that game between the two teams. Now, also, there's been that. There's been outdoor special event jerseys. There have been throwback jerseys on top of the home away 3rd jerseys. And on top of all that, this season has also been a case where there has been the Los Angeles Kings and the Philadelphia Flyers, where they've brought out special 50th anniversary jerseys. And actually the Buffalo Sabres, as you can see here, actually brought out a special anniversary jersey back when they celebrated their 40th anniversary, if you guys remember that royal blue jersey that said Buffalo on the front. So those are some cases where teams have had fourth jerseys already, either for throwbacks, special events, or special anniversary uniforms like the Flyers and Kings are using this season, which the Flyers have won a 50th anniversary jersey and a Stadium Series jersey on top of their home and away jerseys. And also even the Los Angeles Kings with their gray jersey on top of their home and away jerseys and their gold throwback that they only wore for one game this season. And I believe they're only going to wear it for that, or actually, I believe they're not going to wear that gold jersey again, which in my opinion sucks. It's a disappointing thing because I actually really liked that LA Kings throwback. I thought it was really nice. But anyways, with the NHL potentially allowing 2 alternate uniforms when Adidas starts making the jerseys now, it could actually open a lot of doors. Instead of a team only using a throwback for maybe 2 or 3 games at the max, the NHL could say, hey, if you want, you can have a throwback third or a throwback alternate for 5 or 6 games a season, and you can still have an alternate on top of that that is a new design. Like, for example, the Arizona Coyotes. They've got their home, they've got their away jerseys, and they've got their throwback. Well, you know what? If under this rule, there could be a case where, hey, the Coyotes could wear their throwback for more games, which would be great. And they could also bring in a new alternate design on top of that. Now, what I like about this, and I actually think this is a good thing, if it does happen, because you know what? Although it would be a huge cash grab opportunity for the NHL and Adidas in terms of jersey sales, you know, I think it has the potential to be a really good thing, because for teams like the New York Rangers, a lot of people loved the old Lady Liberty jerseys, for example. Myself, I did not mind them myself, but I strongly prefer their current third that says New York on the front that's navy blue. I think for an original 6 team, a jersey like that, a faux-back that pays tribute to their past, is something that's better suited for the New York Rangers, although there will be people that probably disagree with me on that. However, with 2 alternates allowed, the Rangers could appease people like myself with that navy blue third jersey they're currently wearing as of 2016, while they could even bring in a new Lady Liberty jersey to appease the fans of the old Lady Liberty jerseys of the 1990s and 2000s. I mean, if the Rangers had something like that going on, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Now, another example I really want to use is the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, in my last video where I talked about the 2017 Stadium Series jerseys, a commenter on that video with the username PhillyJax mentioned to me that supposedly a lot of Flyer fans love the old Halloween looks of the late 1990s and 2000s. And from what he told me, I was honestly very surprised that so many Flyers preferred the old black and orange era Flyers. Now, personally, I strongly hope that the Flyers don't ever go back to wearing black full time, because to me the Flyers are orange, and they always should be as far as I'm concerned. However, for people like myself, with 2 alternates, honestly, I loved their 2012 Winter Classic jersey. I think it is an awesome jersey. I love the colors. I love the black and vintage white accents on it myself, and the felt crest. Now, for people like me, the Flyers could bring that jersey back, which in my opinion would be amazing. Wouldn't want it to replace their home and away jerseys, but as a third jersey, it's a cherry on the cake as far as I'm concerned. However, for the people that do like the black and orange Flyer uniforms, or quote-unquote the Halloween look, Adidas could come up with an extra alternate uniform with the Flyers for those fans that prefer that style of look. And you know what? If that was the case, and the Flyers could have the 2012 Winter Classic jersey come back on top of something like that, a Halloween look for them, honestly, I would be totally okay with that. I think that could actually be really, really good. Seriously. Now, another example. San Jose Sharks. They could come up with new uniforms, which I think they could use, myself, and they could still wear they could bring their throwback jersey back as a second alternate on top of another third jersey. Although I honestly really, really like their current third jersey that they've had since 2008. And can I think of any other examples? Even the Anaheim Ducks. They could keep their 3 jerseys they've got now, and they could even bring back their old popular Mighty Ducks throwback if they wanted to as an extra alternate instead of just a once-a-year throwback at the maximum, which they only wore it for 1 game. But you know what I mean? I'm just using them as an example. Like, it could open, even for the Pittsburgh Penguins here, for example, they could make their Stadium Series jersey, their new one for 2017, a third jersey, or an alternate. And they could bring back their 2008 Winter Classic Baby Blue jersey, which honestly, I still think that jersey is actually a very, very nice jersey. I love that shade of baby blue, and as much as I absolutely love this look, and I'm so glad Pittsburgh went back to it, I really do hope they bring that '08 Winter Classic jersey back as an alternate someday. Now, as good as this actually could be, which personally I think the idea of the NHL allowing 2 alternates would actually be a good thing. However, my issue with it is this. You see this Buffalo Sabres Turdberger jersey here? I didn't just hang it on my dresser as a backdrop for this video for no reason. I wanted to bring this jersey up. And no, not just to say that, hey, I found a Turdberger on the internet for a decent price that I could actually afford. No, actually I found it on eBay for a decent price. But anyway, that's just on a side note. What I'm trying to get at is I'm concerned that with 2 alternate uniforms, that what may happen is we may have a world where Adidas is pumping out half-finished jerseys or mediocre things like this Turdberger here, which it's famous for all the wrong reasons. It's golden yellow on the front and navy blue on the back. Like, who the hell approved that? I mean, give me a break. And this word mark here, I mean, I already don't really care for word marks like that on football jerseys, let alone a hockey jersey. I mean, goodness me. But anyway, with this potentially game-changing change that the NHL could allow, I'm concerned that what Adidas may just start to do is just pump out half-finished jerseys like the Florida Panthers home and away jerseys, and also, like, for example, even the Colorado Avalanche new third jersey that has a shoulder yoke, stripes on the arms, but nothing around the waist. Or even the Stadium Series jersey for the Penguins here for this season that doesn't even have a waist stripe, just a little tiny bit of black trim on the end. Like, I mean, I think there should be a waist stripe there. And I want to mention the 2017 Stadium Series jerseys in just a moment. But what I'm trying to get at is that I'm concerned that when Adidas starts making these is that we're going to get a bunch of half-finished, mediocre alternate uniforms that they're just going to make that don't have any lasting power, that are good enough for people to go out and buy them, and then they can just change them every couple of years and flip them and make a new alternate uniform just to make a quick buck. Now, what I'm hoping is that when they actually allow this, if they allow it, because this is just a rumor, remember, that they'll allow an alternate, but also allow a second alternate, like as a throwback. I mean, if that was the case, I think that would be terrific. I really do. But if a team like the Arizona Coyotes, for example, I'll use them again, get to have 2 alternates, instead of making one of them their throwback, they just get rid of it, bring out maybe a black jersey that has fluorescent green all over it, or like a fluorescent green accent on it, or a gradient. And then they make up another one that is bright purple with a giant diagonal sash on the front, like the Detroit Red Wings Stadium Series jersey. I mean, if NHL teams start doing that type of stuff with two alternates, I mean, I don't know. I would not be a fan of it. I mean, it would depend on the look, obviously, but I wouldn't be a fan. And I'm concerned that with Adidas, we're going to get a bunch of mediocre alternate uniforms for the sake of making a quick buck so they can change it and flip it out with a new alternate every couple of years. I mean, if that's the case, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be really disappointed. And another thing, too, with the World Cup of Hockey jerseys that have recently come out for the tournament this past September, I honestly only really thought that Russia's uniforms were okay. I mean, they all had the Adidas 3 stripes. They had stripes cut off. I mean, some of them, like for example, Canada's World Cup of Hockey jerseys, they didn't even have a waist stripe. They just had the Adidas 3 stripes on the sides. Like, I don't want Adidas 3 stripes all over jerseys. I don't think we're going to get that, but you never know. If there's a second alternate allowed, maybe they will be allowed to do Adidas stuff, like putting their 3 stripes on the side panels of the jerseys. I mean, if that's the case, that would suck. I mean, seeing that on the World Cup of Hockey jerseys was bad enough. I also don't like the new Adidas collar, where it comes around here, and instead of having an insert, it's just stuck right up here, more like this. Oh, crap. Fail on my part. Epic failure. Oh, jeez. Way to go. I dropped my own backdrop. But anyway, you get my point. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the collar treatment. Some of the jerseys they came out with for the World Cup of Hockey overall, I honestly thought they were pretty mediocre. I mean, I know it's just a short-term 2-week event, but I think Adidas could have done better. And as for Team North America and their black jersey, I actually thought it was pretty cool. I didn't really like that weird duct tape-like striping effect that they put on the jersey, on the North American jerseys, but for an alternate uniform, I mean, something like that would have the potential to come up to be used to create something cool. So things like that could be interesting, but overall, I mean, I wasn't impressed with Adidas World Cup of Hockey jerseys, and with them taking over the NHL's jersey contract and now potentially having 2 alternates to create on top of home and away jerseys, I don't know about this. I mean, I think it would be good. I mean, it is 2017 almost anyway, and teams are already pretty much wearing a second alternate already. So they might as well make it official. But if they're going to do it, I hope it's more of a case where teams are coming up with alternates that are really nice, like the Carolina Hurricanes alternate or the St. Louis Blues now retired navy blue alternate, rather than mediocre third jerseys like this turd burger right here. If we're going to get a turd burger world over a Carolina Hurricanes third jersey world under Adidas, I mean, I hope I'm not the only one who thinks that would suck. But another thing I wanted to go and mention too about the 2017 Stadium Series jerseys is that I noticed a couple people were saying that I was crazy for not liking them. Now, I want to go on the record and say this. I actually think both Stadium Series jerseys are not too bad. But the only thing is, for the short-term usage they're going to get, I mean, I really don't think you can go wrong, and it will be one of the better Stadium Series matchups to date, in my opinion. But, it's just that in my video, I mean, I can appreciate where people are coming from saying that I'm crazy in terms of it. I watched the video again, and I see where people are coming from. Like, for me, I did not like that orange nameplate that the Flyers stuck on their Stadium Series jersey. And I didn't really like the numbers sitting on the orange stripes. I thought the orange stripes should have been lower down the arms and there should have been a matching orange stripe around the waist like their away jersey. And with the Penguins, I wish that the patches were on the shoulders instead of the numbers. But besides that, though, I mean, those two jerseys, I mean, you really can't go wrong with those for the 2 or 3 games at the most that they're going to be used for. And actually, I do like Pittsburgh's jersey. As an alternate, it would actually be a pretty good complement to these that the Penguins have now gone back to. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that before I wrap this video up. So, I mean, although they're not my absolute favorite jerseys in the world, but for the short-term usage they're going to get, they're really not that bad. They're really not. But as I say that, though, if I had my way, I would have done a few different things with them compared to what they actually came up with. That's all. So, I hope that clarifies my feelings on those in case anybody was wondering. So with that though, I'm going to call this video a wrap. No pun intended. And if you're looking at this, no pun intended. However, on a final note, since it is Christmas Day, I want to take a moment to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope it is a very good holiday season for you nevertheless. And as always, until I make my next video, which I can guarantee you guys that I will have one more up in 2016 at least. But anyway, until my next video, which will actually be my 50th video on here, which is quite a feat. Until my next video, as always, take care and bye for now. And on top of that, Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching. See you later.